Okay, in this video we will solve inequalities in interval notation. So our problem, we have 8 minus 4x is greater than 12. And so what we do here is we distribute the 8, and so we would get negative 4x is greater than 4, simply 12 minus 8. Next, we divide by negative 4. And if we divide by, if we just divide by a negative number, the sign would flip. So we're dividing by negative 4, so we get x is now less than negative 1. So it's an important note is when we divide by a negative term, we flip the sign. So x is less than negative 1, and now we write it in interval notation. So we know that x is less than negative 1. So it's going to be from negative infinity all the way to negative 1. And if you notice, it's not less than or equal to, and that's why we're using regular parentheses. And in the next problem, we'll have one where it's less than or equal to, and we won't use ordinary parentheses. So let's do it. So we want to solve the inequality. We want to solve an interval notation, and we also want to graph it on a number line. So our problem is negative 7 is less than or equal to 5 minus 4x, which is less than 12. So we do two things. We say negative 7 is less than or equal to 5 minus 4x, and we also say 5 minus 4x is less than 12. So we solve two things. And so we have negative 7 is less than or equal to 5 minus 4x, and what we're going to do is distribute the negative 4x by adding 4x and adding 4x here. For this problem, we flip the sign because we divided by a negative term, not added or subtracted a negative term. And so we would get 4x minus 7 is less than or equal to 5. Now we distribute the negative 7 by adding 7, add 7, so we can say 4x is less than or equal to 12. We divide by 4, so we can say x is less than or equal to 3. So this is one thing. Now we do the other one. So 5 minus 4x is less than 12. So we can say, if we say plus 4x, we would have 5 is less than 12 plus 4x. Next we distribute the 12, so we can say minus 12 minus 12. So minus 7 is less than 4x, and now we divide by 4. We're just dividing by a positive number, so we're not doing this. So we would get x is greater than negative 7/4. So this. So we know that x is less than or equal to 3. So 3 would be here. It's less than or equal to. Since less than or equal to, we use square brackets like this. And we're going to say that x is greater than negative 7/4. So greater than, we would put it here. So x is greater than negative 7/4, but less than or equal to 3. So this is our interval notation. And just a note, square brackets, less than or equal to. That's why we use square brackets. If it's just greater than but not equal to, we use regular parentheses. And in this problem, we also wanted to graph it on a number line. And so negative 7/4 would be represented by a regular non-filled circle, and 3 would be represented by a solid circle filled. And so this is it, and that's all we need to do for this problem.